Hi, friends. Welcome back to Meteo Mundo. We're your home for Caribbean weather. Rusty with you here, and it's great to see you for the latest video. Yes, this video is going to be a little bit different than usual. I'm doing a little bit of traveling, and so I'm away from the studio. But I got you covered, guys. Coming up in this video, we're going to be talking about what's been happening across your area for today. Several tropical waves bringing some impacts, heavy rain and storms, a heck of a lot of wind, Saharan air beginning to move back in, and I've got the latest on the tropical outlook for the week ahead as well. So as we get started, please remember Meteo Mundo is sponsored by the Lean Law Firm of Central Florida, your hometown homeowners insurance attorneys, offering free consultation and policy reviews. They can walk you through every step of the insurance claim process. Go to leanonbelaw.com if you would like more information. Surface analysis shows you several tropical waves moving into the area, one into the Eastern Caribbean right now. On the heels of that, there's already some Saharan dust beginning to move back in, that drier air moving in. We have another tropical wave in the central sides of the Caribbean and a third moving out of Central America. Our Bermuda high is firmly entrenched over the western Atlantic, but in between those features, the waves and the Bermuda high to the north, we have really brisk winds out there. Showers and storms with that tropical wave in the Eastern Caribbean are really flaring up at the hour just west of the Lesser Antilles and just north of the ABC Islands. Huge cluster of thunderstorms, a heck of a lot of lightning associated with that. It's not really moving much right now. We'll see if that'll back build into the ABC Islands, and we'll probably throw additional showers into the Windward Islands through this Friday as well. A few showers and storms trying to develop in the northwest Bahamas, and we're going to get some activity in the western Caribbean as we move a little bit later into the late afternoon and early evening hours. I've got the live cameras here, so I got to show you those. This will help tell the weather story. Live look outside to Governor's Harbor in central Eleuthera. A lot of wind outside there, Governor's Harbor. Look, we're going to see 25 to 35 mile an hour gusts through a lot of the area for today. So keep that in mind. Still a lot of blue sky there in central Eleuthera. The opportunity for a couple of showers and storms to develop here later in the day, and some of those could be on the stronger side. They're going to be more isolated than anything, but it's an opportunity. Let's go to Oranjestad, Aruba. Again, north of this area, we have some hefty thunderstorms. Right now, it's still more about the breeze in Oranjestad and the ABC Islands in general, but a beautiful Friday afternoon across the area right now. There's better rain chances coming to the ABC Islands starting tomorrow. There's some of that overcast conditions and a little bit of the Saharan air layer already moving into St. Lucia here on this late Friday. Live look outside to Corinth. And again, there's tropical moisture moving in, but there's also a little bit of drier air too, and that's the battle zone, if you will, for today. And there's going to be some scattered showers and storms that especially develop in the Windward Islands, St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, T&T for today. A little bit better chance there compared to areas to the north. And I have in Christiansted, St. Croix, and again, look at the wind, howling. A little bit of Sahara dust already in play there. Some cloud coverage, still some shallow tropical moisture to sweep in. So there's going to be that opportunity for a couple of passing showers there. But, ultimately in the next couple of days, it's the Saharan air layer that will win out and bring us some drier air to places like St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John, and Puerto Rico. So let's get into your forecast, friends. As we do so, thanks for taking a quick second, liking this video, subscribing to the channel, sharing this with your family and friends. Appreciate those who have found ways to support us here at Meteo Mundo as well. So this is the Saharan dust moving in. Again, over the weekend, going to be highly concentrated. A lot of the Lesser Antilles, but especially the Leeward Islands, the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, slipping into the Dominican Republic and Haiti. It will lose a little bit of its concentration overall as it gets into places like Jamaica and the Cayman Islands in Central America. But as we get through the early part of the week, you can see that concentration right over the Yucatan and Central America. That'll limit rain chances there early next week. And there is another plume on the right-hand side of your screen that'll be moving back into the Eastern Caribbean, Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. Doesn't look to be as concentrated as this one coming through, but over the next 48 hours, the eastern sides of our area will continue to see a pretty good opportunity for some Saharan air. Now, what does it look like rainfall-wise over the next 3 days? Well, first of all, again, if we're going to get an opportunity for some scattered showers in this area in the Eastern Caribbean to start off with, we're going to see that starting again late today, but especially picking up again on Monday. So Saturday and Sunday are going to be relatively dry in Puerto Rico and the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, including Virgin Gorda and Agata areas. Antigua, Barbuda, Anguilla, very shallow, limited rain chances here over the next couple of days. Going to just let this loop back up for you guys. And again, a little bit farther south, better chance for a couple of showers here for places like TNT and Grenada on this late Friday. They'll dry out a bit Saturday and Sunday, and then a slightly better chance for rain on Monday. As we move west, the Dominican Republic and Haiti will have okay rain chances over the weekend, but should again ramp back up on Monday as that Saharan air layer moves away. We're going to see scattered showers for my friends in Jamaica the next couple of days for Kingston, Portmore, Spanish Town, Lucy, Montego Bay, Negril. I'm going to favor western areas for the best chance for showers in those areas and a few rumbles of thunder in the afternoon. Also, the large wave and strong wind advisory is back into effect for the southern coastal and offshore waters, including Pedro and Morant Bank. Again, these are areas that could easily see 25 to 35 mile an hour wind gusts, especially offshore, and seas running 2 to 3 meters or 6 to 9 feet in a couple of spots. Scattered showers will continue to be more concentrated over places like Panama and Costa Rica, up towards Nicaragua, but especially, again, later in the period, Honduras, back to Belize and Guatemala. Now, you get to the Yucatan, it's more scattered in nature, or if even isolated, Cancun and Cozumel. Again, I've got your island-by-island rainfall forecast coming up in just 1 second. And then I want to highlight what's going to be happening in the Bahamas. Now, the GFS model is the absolute most aggressive model, which you see on your screen, bringing some moisture in off of the United States East Coast and dropping it far enough south to allow there to be better rain chances over the central and especially the northern and northwest Bahamas over the next couple of days. So over the weekend, so places like Walker's Key and Grand Bahama and New Providence and Andros and Bimini and Eleuthera and the Abacos, decent rain chances. Some of that could be heavier rain as well. Some of the other balls are a little bit drier. I'm kind of more on the aggressive side to see some better rain chances in those spots for the weekend ahead with a couple of passing showers in Bermuda. So here is your island-by-island rainfall forecast, and it looks like this. Northwest Bahamas, a little bit drier tomorrow, then picking up, as you saw on the model, Sunday and Monday, back up to about a 50% chance each day. Central and Southeast Bahamas won't see as much rain, but again, slightly elevated for Sunday and Monday. Turks and Caicos stay mainly dry. We'll have decent shower chances right across Cuba over the weekend as well. Cayman Islands, limited rain chances. A bit of haze moving into the forecast. You'll notice that. But again, I'm not expecting a lot for Grand Cayman and Little Cayman and Cayman Brac. For Belize City, it's more isolated for your Saturday, but more widespread Sunday and Monday, including Guatemala and the Bay Islands of Honduras. Utila, Roatan, and Guanaja included in that 50% chance for showers and storms Sunday, Monday. Also, a lot of wind coming back in as well. Cancun and Cozumel, relatively dry over the weekend. A few isolated showers on Monday. 40% chance for a couple of showers in Jamaica for tomorrow. 30% chance Sunday and Monday. Dominican Republic's chances aren't egregiously high, but there'll at least be some scattered showers in the forecast the next couple of days there. Puerto Rico's rain chances slight tomorrow, very slim on Sunday as that real thick concentration of dust moves in. Look for heat advisories. Feels like temperatures in places like San Juan will be over 100 Fahrenheit Sunday afternoon, and then up to a 50% chance for rain. And that's what you're going to see for places like Anguilla and St. Kitts and Nevis as well. I mean, Bermuda's rain chances are, obviously different, but they're a little bit more in the scatter variety. But for Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, very limited over the weekend with the Saharan air layer in place. Better chances for rain coming in on Monday. Any of this is still going to be fast moving and not going to be appreciably heavy in most areas. There's always some pockets of heavier downpours, but it's not going to be widespread. And again, decent but building rain chances in Antigua and Barbuda. Very isolated Montserrat and Guadeloupe until we get towards Monday. Dominica, Martinica, 30 to a 40% chance for showers and improving on Monday at a lot of spots. And again, even drier for St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines tomorrow. Slightly building rain chances Sunday and Monday. Not a lot of rain from our friends in Barbados. We've had some marine advisories from time to time as well. Again, we've had very fresh easterlies here. So, boaters, please be aware across the Lesser Antilles, especially on the windward sides of the islands. Grenada, T&T, scattered in nature. There's a little bit more tropical moisture in play right now, and then it drops off Saturday and Sunday. Suriname and Guyana, scattered nature. Nueva Esparta, not a lot of rain, so many dry hours on locations on Saturday and Sunday. I am expecting better rain chances across Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao tomorrow for your Saturday, and then slightly drier again on Sunday and Monday. Once again, we're going to continue to see elevated sea conditions, central and the western sides of the Caribbean. These winds will also be freshening up a bit in the western Atlantic overall. So I do expect there to be some marine issues early next week, especially for the Leeward Islands, up towards the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, the northern sides of Hispaniola, and some of that fresher breeze will be moving back into places like Turks and Caicos and the southeast Bahamas, where we can see some elevated sea conditions there as well. So let's talk about what could be happening over the next week. Still looking at the eastern side of the Gulf of Mexico for the area that we would see potential tropical development. There's not a lot to hang your hat on at this point in time. It is about the same scenario as what we saw over the 4th of July weekend, with a stalled boundary and mid-level trough developing across the Gulf and into the western Atlantic through the peninsula of Florida. And somewhere along that axis, we could get a low-level spin to develop, just like we saw with Tropical Storm Chantal. The European model, which was actually more aggressive earlier this week, has backed off a bit, and the GFS model has picked up on it and is developing on the ensemble products at least some low-level development and instability here in the Eastern Gulf as we get into late Thursday of next week. This would be like kind of Thursday evening here with a closed center of circulation in the Eastern Gulf on the GFS ensemble members. Now, you know, when we look at the wind associated with that, there's still not a lot of low-level concentration of wind, so we'll be monitoring that. I'm going to let that loop up one more time because I actually forgot to include the wind product, but on the low-level winds of the GFS, still on the deterministic model, there's not a lot of wrap-up associated with this. There's a lot of little instability areas, if you will, and opportunities, but nothing very concentrated as of yet. It's something to keep an eye on, but that's simply it. Okay, friends. Here's where you can follow us across all social media: Instagram, TikTok, X, and Facebook. You want to send me a picture or video, it's myMediaMundo@gmail.com. Please remember that Media Mundo is sponsored by the Lean Law Firm of Central Florida, your hometown homeowners insurance attorneys. It is storm season, and a storm moves into your area, any kind of damage. They can walk you through every step of the insurance claim process. It's leanonmelaw.com if you would like more information. Friends, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in for this video. Again, I put a lot of work into it here, away from the studio. It's not as easy to do. So hit that thumbs up for me right now. That really means a lot to me. Thanks for subscribing. If you have a specific question about the forecast, feel free to drop it in the comment section below as well. Have a great rest of your day. I'm back soon with the latest forecast for you right here at Media Mundo.